This is the first take, I swear to God. We are backstage at Sonic Temple in Columbus, Ohio, and Josh and Anthony from Badflower are my guests. It's ironic that the album is called Okay, I'm Sick, because from the looks of you, you're not doing all that good.
Okay, I am sick.
How'd the gig go today? And this is one of the biggest gigs you guys have done in forever, and you're feeling like ass. How do you
I don't know if that's true. We've done some biggies.
Yeah,
but this was a substantial one for sure.
Yeah.
It was fine. Like I got through it. By the last song, if we had one more song in the set, I don't think I could have done it. But then of course I could have.
Of course, yeah.
Like, yeah, if it was there, I would have done it. But it was like one of those things where by the last song, I was like, this is it.
You would have Avengers assembled, and you would
yeah,
have
I'm
done
feeling like feverish. I'm going to pass out. This is not good.
What do you do from here? Do you just go lay down someplace and wish for the
just
world
a sold-out show tomorrow, and then another show the next day, and another show the next day.
You know, you guys have certainly worked very, very hard, and the last time I saw you was a couple of months ago in Washington, D.C., and I came downstairs after your set, which was great. Wouldn't have known you were a little run down, and you were almost laying on the floor, and I took some nice pictures of you at your worst. What do you...
I was having a lot of anxiety on that tour.
Yeah, I remember.
I mean, on most tours I do. This one has been one of the better ones for me. So today this isn't anxiety. This is just I'm genuinely I have a cold or a flu or something. Yeah, you caught a great picture of me in my awful zone that I actually really love. It's a special picture.
Well, and again, I've spoken to people about this before, but often out of physical discomfort or mental pain comes the greatest art that can be made.
Yeah. Everybody on our team tells me when I'm like at my worst is when we have our best shows. When I perform my best, at least.
So do they try and keep you at your worst, or?
No, I've taught everyone that they need to tell me that the shows are going to suck. Like that just happened last night. Because everyone's like, you're going to be great. And I'm like, now the pressure's on. I'm not going to be great. I'm going to suck. So now they go, like, before I go into a show, anyone from the record label, anyone they know, like, you're going to suck. It's fine. We don't care. You can suck and it's okay. We know you're going to suck.
We know you're off. We know you're off.
We know you're going to sing bad. We know you're going to panic. We know you're going to suck. And I'm like, oh, good. Thank you. As long as you know. And then I never do. Like, I always pull it together and it's fine. But it's a weird job. Like, it's a weird thing that we do. It's very emotional.
Anthony, for you, when you are feeling less than your best, how do you pull yourself through?
Typically, the adrenaline does the job for me. In fact, the show you saw us at last, we didn't meet because I had the flu during that. Run.
You were really sick of that one.
I played a couple shows with a fever, and I'd feel like garbage right up until we went on stage, and then you just kind of like, you have to forget about it. At least for me, because if I suck, we all suck.
Well, you were saying that between songs you felt it, but during the songs you were fine.
So I would just chug water. I had like Emergency next to me,
I live on that shit.
Yeah,
you got to. I had one today already.
Used to be cocaine and Jack Daniels in this business.
Now it's cocaine and Emergency.
And,
bananas.
Yeah, exactly.
Ooh, I want a banana.
You guys are poised for your second #1 tune with Heroin. I don't even know how to describe it. Maybe powerful song, unnerving song. What do you think it is about it that's resonating with people so much?
It's very raw and stripped back. And do you know what's cool is that song, the version of the song that ended up on the record was a version that we recorded in probably 10 hours in our bedroom. That's the version that's the #1 song right now. And it was done really, really quick and really genuine. We didn't overthink any of it. We had also written that song a long time ago. We've had it for a while. Yeah. So we knew exactly how to record it. We just set up a couple mics and did it like on the fly. And I think people sort of hear that it's genuine in the recording. Like there's a lot of imperfections and the lyrics are very direct and very raw. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know why people like our music.
Well, what kind of reaction?
Not going to question it.
Well, I mean, what kind of feedback do you get, though? Because I'm sure there are people that are coming up, and some of them get past the, I love your songs, I love your band, which is sometimes all you have time for. But when you have a few moments to have a heart-to-heart with somebody, what are some of the things that come back?
Oh, with all of our songs, they just say, you've found a way to say all the things that I haven't been able to. Like, a lot of people have used our songs to start conversations with their families about whatever it is they're going through,
Yeah.
which I think is really special. Like they want to have the conversation, they want to speak up about it. Like Ghost, for example, people who are suffering depression and suicidal thoughts and all that are really scared to talk about it because they don't know if their family members or friends are just gonna call the police and like commit them or like be warm with them. Like you have no idea how people are gonna react to that. So people have told us that they've used our music. They'll just sit down with their family and be like, please listen to this, and then we can have a conversation. Like, this is where I'm at right now. And that's really cool that we're a part of that healing for people and a part of that conversation starter.
You know, what some of them say sometimes too, it sounds like how people often describe really good stand-up comedy. Oh, he's saying what I think. He's saying what everybody thinks, but we're the first to say it out loud. Now, how do you take...
That's so true of stand-up comedy.
Oh,
too.
yeah.
Yeah, it's great.
And sometimes you're laughing at it at the same time you're going, oh, God,
Yeah.
life sucks.
Like, I would never say this, but I'm laughing because it's so true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, how do you take uncomfortable things, though, and turn them into something that somebody can sing along with on top of it?
Well, I think just Josh is a great songwriter.
Yeah.
Comes up with
Thanks,
great
sweetie.
melodies. So if you got a good melody, you can pretty much sing about anything, and it'll be catchy.
Yeah, ain't that the
You know?
truth?
So
Name maybe another band. I have one in mind that I know you guys are fans of, but I'll see where you go with it. Name another band that has taken uncomfortable subject matter and turned it into really good music.
Grandson's doing it. Fever 333, but those are very political. Highly Suspect's doing it.
Smashing Pumpkins, I know you guys are fans of.
Yeah,
so-
Smashing Pumpkins does it for sure. I was thinking current. Sorry, I was thinking newer. But a lot of the grunge bands of the '90s did that. Like that's what they did.
Yeah.
They were the voice for the people who, the alternative voice. Like, they were true alternative. That's what that was.
And I think many of those bands at that point were the first, at least for that generation or a couple of generations at that point, were the first that were dealing with depression and less than happy thoughts all the time.
And feeling secluded and feeling isolated and all that. Totally.
Yeah. And
which is a worsening problem, I think, in society. Like, that hasn't really improved.
Yeah,
People
but
just keep getting split up into like little
different factions. And,
sections and groups and little gangs of like, we believe this and we believe that and we like each other for this reason and we don't like this group for that reason, and like that's just that hasn't improved at all. At least my observation of it. Like, I think we've become a more compassionate species as humans, but we're still like
sometimes.
Yeah, but we're still, well, most of the time I think there's still issues, but overall we are becoming more and more compassionate if you compare our history over the last 200 years.
Well, and certainly to this subject matter too, because you guys are dealing with things. Godsmack has had some great songs. Disturbed has done some great stuff recently about depression and suicide, and they're difficult things to sing about. But I think, as with your stuff, it really helps.
Yeah. Well, thank you. It's also interesting to be writing some of the songs that we're writing now, being in the position that we are as a band, because I like to consider that what we do is sort of like a dream job for a lot of people.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people who wish so badly that they could be a musician, like a career musician, a rock star, whatever it is. And as I'm sort of coming up as the singer in this group, and we're starting to gain attention, and we're starting to get fans and social media, we're getting all of these things that people like wish they had. And I'm still writing these songs, and I'm sort of showing people that stuff doesn't go away when you start to gain all of these things that you think you want in life. Like, those things actually aren't that important, clearly, because
and sometimes exasperates them.
Yeah, we have your Chester Benningtons and Chris Cornell's, and like that's a fear of mine, because I see as the more success this band has, the more pressure I feel, and the more isolated I feel at times. And I've taken the necessary steps to make sure that I'm not going down the wrong path, and I'm very vocal, clearly in the songs, but also very vocal with my team and my friends around me about that stuff to constantly keep me in check and to keep me happy. I just think it's a cool service that we're offering to people who like our music, to be able to see in real time what happens in that when the momentum starts picking up, when you have a career in entertainment. I can't really speak on anything else. That's all I've ever known is entertainment. And so I think people still connect with it in their daily lives. People who have regular 9-to-5 jobs can still hear the music and connect with it. But when I'm writing about depression and anxiety, I'm writing about it from the perspective of a performer. I perform for a living. I think people connect with it in that way because performance is a broad way to put any sort of like social situation. I feel like I'm performing now, doing an interview with you. This is the same sort of thing as going up. Yeah, it's the same sort of thing as going up on stage, having a conversation with the person, even with a friend, can set me off, and I can start getting anxious and start getting panicky, and it's because I'm performing. Yeah. And so I think people relate to that. Even though it's written to be very specific about my struggles, my personal struggles, I think it's cool that people can relate to it and they can watch it happen. What I'm saying is I think our band is really fucking special, and I love what we're doing, and I'm proud of it.
We'll leave it on that note. Good to see you, even if you're not feeling your best, Josh.
No
Anthony,
problem.
good to see you too. Badflower,
We'll
we
do
were
elbows.
backstage at Sonic Temple in Columbus, Ohio.